Artistic Adventures. I just got home probably 10 minutes ago, and I'm out in the garden looking at everything. Look at all these tomato plants, and we have some bell pepper plants. Not sure exactly what those are. We have a lot of flowers, and then we have the maypop or passion fruit plant. These are coming up voluntarily right in the middle, and they're filling up this bed again. And this is a 16-foot piece of cattle panel, and all those other, I think there's 4 more down that way, those are all grape plants, grapevines and other plants, but mostly grapes. These are our orchard trees. So you can see we have lots of variety of plants, so that lots of different types of pollen to bring in, lots of pollinators. Look at this maypop. Hopefully we get some fruit this year. I think I can only find one from last year. Look how tall it is, like 5 foot tall. Beautiful marigolds. That's not echinacea. What is that one? The cone flowers. Look at these. Gorgeous. I love these. I love the color. Look at those. What are those flowers? And if there's anybody in here, I can't see you because I don't know how to do that on my cell phone. How beautiful and bright those are. The garden has pretty much exploded with life since we've been gone. And this is a vine. Oop, I got a mosquito on me. I gotta kill it. This is a vine coming through the orchard tree. And this here is the main plant, and you can see it's just coming over. It would actually plant itself in the ground and start a new plant. Lots of delicious berries on that. We're going to have to stabilize it though. The weight is pulling it over. Look at these cabbages. We grow a lot of this stuff, not so much because we're going to eat it, but for the critters that live here, including our groundhogs. We have some kohlrabi. Look how pretty. There's another one. We had 4. I'm not sure where they went. Look at this. I think this is supposed to be eggplant. It actually looks like datura. This is also some more of our wild black raspberry. Look at our fig is just taken off. And there is another fig right under where all the berries are there. I'm being eaten alive by these mosquitoes. Look at all the peppers. So maybe that's the key. Just water the garden really good before you leave. Go on vacation for a week or so. Look at the elderberry. Hey, Debbie from Debbie's Home Place, Deborah Springard. That's what the elderberry came from. I cut it from right there, the pieces that I gave you. Look how big they are. Here's our watermelon. I have a lot of watermelon in here, and then I have cantaloupe further down. You can't even see. Like, this is a little tunnel underneath of there because it's vining over with the berries, but underneath there's a bunch of cantaloupe. Look at the elderberry blooms. It's just little tiny things right now, no berries. The little blooms before they open, and the open blooms. And I have some coleus that I planted down in here. Let's see. This is the row of cantaloupe I planted before I left, and I was pretty certain that most of them would end up dying, but I really soaked it good a number of times before I left, hoping that the ground would be saturated enough to water it while I was gone. Look at the sunflower. This came up random this year because it was a seed that fell out of one that grew in the same spot last year. It's got a face, but not the happy sunflower face yet. But look at the little flower trying to bloom. And this is a blueberry plant that's trying to start growing here. This is fencing all along here. It's welded wire all the way down to the shabin, and then 2 more rows. And this one has these 2 have a bunch of golden raspberry, red raspberry, black raspberry, and blackberries. And the blackberries are the largest berries. And then in here we have these blueberries. Here's some more of the, you can see the cantaloupe in this row. I was telling you, it's in a tunnel underneath. Some peppers right there too that I planted. And then flowers. And there you can see this row up there, not so good down here, really good. Let me get over here. This is some allium, which is onion, but they make beautiful flowers. Miss Athena, you need to get out of here. Go. All right, here we go with some more. We got broccoli, cauliflower, and more cabbage, and bell peppers, and like I said, berries along the fence. Lots of flowers, lots of marigolds, more bell peppers, and then down further, look at the kale. Look how gorgeous. Wow. That one there's not doing so good. That cabbage is gone. I wonder if the groundhogs got it. But look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the color. It's big, lush. It doesn't taste good, so I'll have to figure out how to cook it. Look at this red one. Look at the sunflowers and the fence between the berries. I see a red pepper here. Look at, we got tomato berries, also known as tomatoes. But they're right here with all of our berries, so I always call them tomato berries. The hummingbird plant, it's a vining plant. And we're weaving it through. We have 3 of them in this row. Look at all these berries. I have missed being able to pick these and eat these while I was gone. Yum. Perfectly ripe blackberries. Magical. They need water. You can see they're saying, hey, we need water. Isn't that beautiful sight? Just heavy with fruit. Miss Athena, sitting in the garden. And this plant, it grows cherries, but I don't know that I can see any. They grow on the bark of the plant. So here's another patch of cantaloupe, and then the end of that one row. And here's that row that I planted day before I left. And so that definitely needs a lot more water, but it's doing really good considering. And all the garden trees are, wow, they're just really doing great. Here's the potato bed. It's about time. Bethany wants to pick them now. Somebody said, no, you actually leave them and then pick them in the winter. I don't know. And then Cheyenne planted this onion plant. She pulled the onion out of my room. My bedroom is my art room, my bedroom, and my kitchen. So we have a lot more plants here. Those are cantaloupe. These are watermelon. Watermelon, lots of cantaloupe. Bethany loves cantaloupe. Those are all of our grape. I wonder how big the grapes are. Don't know that I'll be able to sleep tonight. I have so many mosquito bites. My whole body is itching. Look at, here's a cluster. Look how big our grapes are. This is the first time they've gotten that big. And there's lots of clusters. They're just really well hidden in here. Look over here. There's a huge cluster. There's another. And then, of course, some of them don't have so many because critters are eating them, specifically birds. It's a pretty echinacea coneflower. Look at all this cantaloupe. Bethany's going to be so happy. It's a field of cantaloupe. And there's some more watermelon. I like the watermelon. She likes the cantaloupe. When I left, this plant, which is this high, so that's up to my mid-thigh right here. That plant was no higher than this leaf. It was like 6 inches off the ground. Look at these grape clusters here. You can see them all here. I wish my camera was so much clearer than it is, but look at all those clusters of grapes. You talk about having a happy garden. And it's overflowing down onto the ground here. And then we have kiwi. Oh my goodness, it's hard to see it. It's got buried. This is kiwi. A vine up the fence, like this one. And the weeds have taken over since we've been gone. I mean, I picked this around the base of the plant before I left. Look at it. You can barely find the plant. There's another kiwi vining in the corner. Another one. There's another one. We have pieces of wood here to keep it from getting trimmed when the neighbors use a trimmer on the fence. This is hyacinth. I can't remember the name of this. I'm thinking hyacinth for some reason. And then I'm thinking honeysuckle. I know it's not honeysuckle. Can't remember. And mosquito. the fire pit and our hammock ring. We took the hammocks down before we left, the day we left, because our neighbor came and cut the grass. And this chair is supposed to be in front of that plant. My grandson's dog likes to pee on this. Wisteria, that's what it is. This is a vining wisteria. It's a host plant for pollinators, butterflies and bees. We also have some grape all over this back fence. And then right here, we have some more red raspberry or black raspberry. And here, sorry, not trying to make you dizzy. She has wisteria and sweet potato and other flowers growing in here in this pot that we planted. And we want the wisteria and the maypop. Here it is. It's starting to come up. They're both vining plants, and we want it to absolutely cover this whole corner and all of these pieces going over where the hammocks are to provide shade. And they'll grow back every year. And pumpkin. A bunch of cherry plants. And here's our herbs. Dill. I don't know what it's called and I can't even think of it. Cilantro. It turns to coriander when it goes to seed. Or the seed is coriander. These are justaberry plants. And so they have berries on them. It's too dark for me to find any right now. And here's some of those cherries, but they don't taste good. A bunch of tomato plants all the way down there. Lots of veggies. Well, I'm going to turn this off, guys. I'm getting eaten up terribly by these mosquitoes. Last shot, I'm turning around here. This is my shabin. These are my dinner plate hibiscus. They've gotten very happy while I was away. They have a couple of heads for blooms coming up real soon. My other plants, we'll see how they do. I'm going to close off. You guys have a blessed evening. Give me a like and a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Thank you. Have a blessed evening.